What's up, everybody? It's your boy Melby here for another classic review, and today I'm doing something different because I want to talk about this certain animated adaptation of a certain story, which I think you're all familiar with. We all read A Christmas Carol. There were many adaptations, but this one scared the fuck out of me. And this is the 1971 television special, A Christmas Carol, which was animated by this was a British American adaptation of the famed novel, which it was broadcast both in the US and the UK. First televised in ABC on the 21st of December of 1971, then released theatrically soon after. A year later, it won an Academy Award for Best Animated Short. Damn. But before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, you're about to be visited by three strange people from this place. It could be Markiplier, PewDiePie, or the critic, or anybody else. You've been warned. So yeah, this is the 1971's Christmas Carol, directed by Richard Williams and written by, well, of course, it was all produced by Richard Williams, and you won't believe this, also, along with Richard Williams, also produced by the legendary Chuck Jones, if you don't remember him. He's famous for doing most of the famed Looney Tunes cartoons for Warner Brothers, which I didn't even know that he was involved in this picture. With that kind of style, of course he would have to be involved. It was actually done by the Richard Williams production, which distributed by ABC at the time, which had a running time of 25 minutes. Damn. And there was a whole lot of cast here. But we all know the story. It takes place in London in the year 1843, which, wow. I thought it was around the 1880s at that time, but by these are the clothing, of course, everybody's wearing bonnets. It also voices Alastair Sim as Ebenezer Scrooge. Fun fact. This is not the first time he played Scrooge, because he played Scrooge in the 1951 live-action film called Scrooge. Not just him, along with Michael Holdham, who's voicing Jacob Marley's spirit. He also did play Jacob Marley in the 1951 film as well, which is deja vu, ain't it? Along with, and also Williams, its visual style is also largely due to Ken Harris, credited as the master animator, which of course Chuck Jones as executive producer, which they tell us veteran Looney Tunes animator, which, hey, he earned it. And fun fact, Williams' son, Alexander Williams, back then, who was 4 years old, provided the voice of Tiny Tim, but unfortunately was uncredited in this short. Wow, I wonder why. Of course, the adaptation of the Christmas Carol has a distinctive look created by multiple pans and zooms by innovative and expected scenes of transition, which I didn't know, because it's like the animation here is like watercolor, a little bit dark, grimy, but hey, it's quite good. It works well. The visual style, which is unusually powerful, is inspired by 19th century engraved illustrations of the original story by John Leech, and pen and ink rendering by illustrator Milo Winter that graced 1930s editions of the book. The intended audience does not include young children, which I'll tell you why. Because the film Bleak Moon, Amethyst, and Darkness shall at least some consider the most frightening of main dramatizations of the Dickens classic, which I was one of those kids who saw that, and I got scared the fuck. I think there are only two. Marley's appearance and the Ghost of Christmas Future. Ho ho ho. You don't believe me? Go watch it. Go see Marley's Spirit. Oh boy, you'll be changing your pants. If you're a kid, I seen this in the VHS in the cold. I don't know what was the name of the VHS I saw because it contained not many holiday classics. One of them was a Fleischer cartoon of Pappy. If you know who Pappy, he's the inventor and friend of Betty Boop. He looks like Santa Claus, if you ask me. I don't know, he looks like Coco the Clown, but he's an inventor who passes by an orphanage where a bunch of kids didn't have presents because we're not in an orphanage, so because he's an inventor, he turned any red object into a toy and he dressed as Santa Claus, make them happy. I think this is a colored version. There were others. One was a biblical one of a boy and a sheep going to Bethlehem. That was another one that was included. Another was a Disney cartoon, which I don't remember. It's kind of weird to have it all mixed up. Like all holiday cartoon classics. And the last one was this one, A Christmas Carol. This was the last one. And that scared the shit out of me. I remember his famous choir opening, which I think is All Harks. Damn. Fuck. I seen this was in kindergarten, and this scared the shit out of me. I'm not joking. The scene that scared me more was the Jacob Marley scene when he appears. The animation, including when he screams. Damn. Explains where Henry Stowe got the idea for the ghostly characters for Coraline. But also, it was originally produced as a 1971 television special. The quality of the animation of A Christmas Carol was considered so well done, even at the time when it was made. This was subsequently released theatrically, thereby rendering eligible for the Oscar consideration. And the film did go on to win an Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film a year later. I will agree with it. Some industry insiders took issue that a short original shown on television was given an award, and the Academy responded by changing its policy, disqualifying any future work initially shown on television eligibility. So it makes this version of Christmas Carol the only short that was shown on television and then movie ever won an Academy Award. Anything else after that? Nope, no award for you. Damn. Let's talk about the story, because we all know the story of, about Ebenezer Scrooge. It's on the Christmas Eve. He's counting his money. Then he's talking to his friend, employee, Mr. Cratchit, working him, and Scrooge wanted him to come early because it's Christmas morning, of course, he wants to work. Soon after, he walks home to his home, and he sees, when he's about to unlock his door, he sees a face of Jacob Marley on his knocker. Which felt an illusion, which of course during the night, he sees the ghost of Jacob Marley, and which this scene scared the fuck out of me. Yes, I'm going to repeat it because, oh boy. You don't believe me? Go watch it. And comment down below if you got surprised. Those who've seen it won't get spooked, but those who haven't seen it, okay. If you go, okay. Before I continue, I'm gonna leave a link down below so you watch the film, so you can have a good look. Why this adaptation animated film is still good, beautifully done. Hey, you have Chuck Jones in this one, so yeah, of course it'll be good. There have been many other adaptations, like you have the Muppet version. You have the Disney one with Scrooge McDuck as Ebenezer Scrooge. Of course, you have the name Scrooge. You have the live actions. You have Michael Caine as Scrooge. You had Patrick Stewart as Scrooge. You have even George S. Scott as Scrooge. I think George S. Scott and Michael Caine's Scrooge is pretty damn good. Well, the late Scott did a better performance because they keep repeating his performance of Christmas Carol every holiday. Damn. Hey, we spent. This guy played General Patton, the movie Patton, there was a whole lot of awards won that film. Including other films, including The Changeling, which is my favorite horror film. And I forgot the other one. And it was Changeling. Oh yeah, The Christmas Carol too. But yeah, The Christmas Carol. I recommend watching this because, hey, is there anything else better to watch? Yeah, you want to watch Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol? He plays Scrooge. You have many versions, but this one is the only animated short that ever won an Academy Award. That was both released in television first, then in theaters. So yeah, let me know what you think of A Christmas Carol. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you want to know the scene, my favorite ghost is the Ghost of Christmas Future. He's the Reaper right there. You have different versions. You have the one George S. Scott. You don't see his face. You don't see his skeleton hand pointing. This one, oh boy, it's like he's a corpse. The atmosphere, the dimliness. Of course it will give kids nightmares. Including Marley as well. Then you have the Disney one where it's P who's the Ghost of the Ghost of Christmas Future, which okay, he looks like one of the ghostly monks from Notre Dame when Claude Frodo singing Hell's Fire from the choir. Instead of smoking a cigar, no shit. There were many adaptations, but yeah, this is actually a good movie. Let's talk about the voice casting as well. You got Alistair Sim reprising the role as Scrooge. We have Michael Redgrave as the narrator. Michael Horton reprising as Jacob Marley's ghost. Deanna Quick as the Ghost of Christmas Past. Joan Sims as Mr. Cratchit. Paul Woodson Jones as Fezziwig's Old Joe. David Tate as Fred and Charity Man. Felix Felton as the Ghost of Christmas Present, which is that baritone voice, oh boy. Annie West as Belle. Melvin with a Y. Hayes as Bob Cratchit, who's of course, friend of his. Mary Ellen Ray as Mrs. Dilber. And of course, the director's son, Alexander Williams, as Tiny Tim, which is uncredited. Pity. Ain't it? But there's never been a media release of this film. You can find this on YouTube because you can find it everywhere on YouTube and the internet. But it was never released in DVD or something. I think it was released only in Christmas collections, so we'll check out more. But yeah, let me know what you think of A Christmas Carol, released on December 21st of 1971. Have you ever seen it? If so, comment down below. If not, I'm going to leave the link down below so you can check out the film yourself. Because if you've never seen it, well, you're in for a ride. This is what I had called the better adaptation than the one Jim Carrey did. Hey, have no offense. There was something that was fucking scary, like the disintegration of the Ghost of Christmas Present. That's in the book, including the appearance of poverty and greed. I think that's what they're called, but they appear in this one too, but more freaky. Anywho, until then, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, comment down below, and until then, I'll see you next time, people. See ya.